Welcome to Soccer Gaming and welcome to this week's Dynasty Rebuild. In this week's episode, we're going to take the New York Yankees, try to win them that coveted World Series in 5 years. And I do want to tell you that this is the default roster at the beginning of the season. This is not the new roster with all the trades and stuff that have gone on. That could be another episode later. However, I just want to do one with just the default rosters that came with the game and try to win them that World Series that way. So if you would like to watch us rebuild the Yankees, stick around. I mean, who's not ready for this, right? I mean, besides everyone except Yankee fans. But anyways, let's get this one started. We're going to start with the New York Yankees, and we're going to try to win them that World Series within that 5-year span, and hopefully we can get that done. A team that always makes it to the through the AL side and to that World Series, unless I'm coming out of the AL or something. I feel like it's just always the Yankees and the Dodgers, so I don't think a lot's going to need to change with this team in year one. I think we could possibly win in year one. There might be a few things we need to change, and we'll look at that here in a second and see if there's some positions we need to look at or starting pitching, which I don't think is going to be a problem. But let's go ahead and look at it and see what we got here. Urshela, Hicks, center field, we could probably get an upgrade there. DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Judge, Gleyber Torres, Luke Voigt, Stanton. This catcher, don't know who it is. Don't know why Sanchez is not in. We're going to make that change. Maybe Frazier's someone we put in center field, huh? I just feel like maybe center field is literally the only position I would mess around with and change. And even their bench is pretty loaded with guys. Let's go on over to the pitching rotation, and we got Cole, Kluber, Severino, Talion, and Montgomery. Davy Garcia in the bullpen right now. He would be a guy that we definitely want starting for us soon. If we get 3-4 years down the line, Davy Garcia is definitely in the cards. And yeah, our bullpen's pretty loaded as well. The only thing I would say here is to possibly add, honestly, I'll be honest with you, we'll probably get rid of Kluber. He's getting old. He digresses pretty quickly in this, so we might get rid of Corey Kluber and try to get another ace in there to help us with that bullpen, or help us with that starting rotation. And then we might grab a fifth starter as well. So I would just do center field and maybe 2 starters. We'll go through the season, see where we're at, see what we can do at the trade deadline. Possibly make a couple of trades if we need to then. However, if we're killing it, if center field's killing it, if our starting rotation's killing it, then we're just going to let it ride, because this is a good team. Not much of a rebuild here, honestly, and so it's probably going to be a pretty quick episode. But I wanted to do every single team, and that's why I'm doing the Yankees, even though they don't need rebuilt. Let's go ahead and get this one started. I'm going to sim all the way up through to the All-Star game. We'll stop at the All-Star game and see what our record is, see if there's some changes we need to make, and go from there. We are at the All-Star break, coming in ranked number 1. Now we were ranked number 2 to start the season, and now up to number 1. We are currently 54-36, 8.5 games up on the Blue Jays, and I mean, it's a good record. I actually thought we'd be better. I thought we'd be well over 60 wins at this point. However, you know, we win some, we lose some. Looks like Houston's destroying people, 66-25. That's actually what I thought our record would be close to. So let's go ahead and take a look at our roster, see how we're doing, see if there's some changes that need to be made. 270s, 280s, not bad. I don't know. I feel like we should be doing better. Maybe it's our pitching that's struggling. I mean, we got a few guys that are hitting better than others. However, I don't feel like there's someone that's playing bad. Let's go ahead looking for a center fielder, see if we can find one. I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. I just don't see a lot of run producing from some guys on the team, and kind of want to change that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the pitching rotation. 298, that's pretty good. Ooh, a 512 from Severino, 388 from Kluber. It's hard to let him go when he pitches that well. Severino, I believe, gets better throughout. I'm pretty sure he gets better, so I'm kind of scared to try to get rid of him. Talion, a guy probably move. Garcia's not doing so hot. Bullpen's doing, I guess, fine. Aroldis Chapman's struggling. So let's try to move Chapman, see if we can get another closer. I wouldn't mind a better starter in the center field. So kind of the stuff we talked about. Let's jump into here and see if we can find another closing pitcher that we think could be good for us moving forward. And then we'll also check out the center fielders, see if we can get one there, and then we'll also check out at least one starting pitcher. So found a trade I think we're going to be good and happy with. We're giving up Aroldis Chapman, $16 million contract. I know we're going to have to pay Karinchak at the end of the year, but I'm fine with that. We're basically getting an upgrade there at closing pitcher. All we're giving up is Aroldis Chapman and a couple of second basemen that will probably never see any sort of playing time on the team. So we got our closer done. Now let's go out and get a center fielder and a starting pitcher. All right, we'll add Mike Ford to it as well. Try to get him out of here. And we're going to give up Kluber, who is a 34-year-old, 86 overall, for an 88 overall Mike Clevinger. So we got that starting pitching taken care of. And I actually want to add another arm to this. Let's take a look at the pitching rotation now that we've made those couple of trades. We moved Jordan Montgomery to the bullpen, Italian our 5, Severino our 4, Fried our 3, Clevinger our 2, and Garrett Cole at our number 1. So I think we got the really good starting 3, definitely top end starting 3 guys there. So happy with that. Bullpen's fine. I think with the new closer Karinchak, we should be fine in the bullpen as well. And then a few changes were made. We didn't get a shortstop, but we got our center field that we want. So we got what we wanted in our center fielder with Marte. So we're going to go ahead and let it ride, see what happens. I think we're good. I'm really excited about this team. I think we'll for sure get into the playoffs. So we might actually just sim ahead to the playoffs, see how we did, and go from there. Because I don't think it's a problem that we're going to make the playoffs. I think we're one of the best teams. So let's go ahead, just sim to the playoffs and see where we're at. So we finished the season at 108 and 54. Kind of what I expected, honestly. We're going to be playing the wild card. I'm assuming we had the best record in the AL. Be interesting to see, though, because I know Houston was on our heels, but it looks like we actually took that over. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings. See how we did. 108 for us. Saw 105 from the Mets, 106 from the Astros. So a couple of teams that actually did kind of play a part in there to try to get in there. The Dodgers 105, Mets 105, 106 from the Astros, 102 from the Twins, and then 108 from us. We had the best record in all of baseball, and we could just assume why. Let's go ahead and take a look, see how we did to finish season. Marte killed it for us, 296 average from him. In the leadoff spot, perfect. 280 from LeMahieu, 297 from Gleyber Torres, amazing. 285 from Judge. Love to see the 48 home runs from him. 40 home runs for Voit, 33 home runs from Stanton while hitting 298. That's pretty good. 267 from Ursula. And then I don't know why they keep throwing this guy in at catcher. It's driving me bonkers. But anyways, and then we got a shortstop guy that I assume we would switch with Gleyber there. And then DH would be Clint Frazier, and I'm assuming they do that quite a bit because Clint Frazier has a ton of hits, 24 home runs. So not a bad season for our hitters. Let's look at the pitching rotation. 296 from Garrett Cole, amazing. 241 from Clevinger, 273 from Fried. So yeah, as I said, our top 3 guys are going to carry us, and they did exactly that. Did very, very well. 20-5, 22-5, and 18-5. Easily the favorite out of the AL. I think once we get to the Dodgers, we might run into a problem, but I feel like that every time. So, playoff bracket looks like Minnesota, Houston in the top. Cleveland and White Sox will play the play-in game to then play me. On the other side, NL side is Chicago Cubs, and the Mets, Washington, and San Diego will play the Dodgers in the second round. So let's go ahead and get this started and take a look at who we will be playing. The White Sox are who we're going to be playing in a 5-game series. So the White Sox were able to beat Cleveland, and let's just jump into it. Game 1, Cole, Lance Lynn. Ooh, the 3-6 loss is not good to see. Clevinger and Rodon, a win, 5-3. Dylan Cease and Max Fried should be a pretty even one. We get the 7-1 win. Now Lambert and Severino, the clear advantage here. Hopefully we could take care of it, and we do. 8-2, winning the series 3-1, and we will be playing the Minnesota Twins, who 3-0'd Houston, which I'm actually really happy about. Houston's tough to play out of the AL. The Dodgers were able to beat Washington 3-2 and win Game 1 on the Mets. I'm surprised the Mets beat the Cubs, but you know, things happen. So let's go ahead and see the Minnesota showdown here. Is going to be best of 7. So Garrett Cole and Maeda. Game 1, the loss. It's not good to see. Garrett Cole struggling. 9 ERA and 8 innings, so only able to get through 8 innings through 2 games. Not something you want to see from your ace, your number 1, the guy you pay what, like $34 million to and a year, and that's not what you want to see when you get in the playoffs. However, Clevenger, Barrios, this is actually a really good matchup. Both pitchers really good. We could actually go down 0-2 here at home, which would not be good. So let's get the victory here. We lose, so down 0-2. Fried and Smeltzer, this is where we can kind of make up ground because we got a better end of the bullpen. Hopefully our offense shows up. Fried and Smeltzer, 6-0 win. There we go. Severino and Pineda, a win. That's big. All right, Talion and Maeda. Okay, so we're down 3-2, so we got to win this one. Garrett Cole, Jose Barrios, we got to get the victory here to continue on in the playoffs. And I'm actually really surprised that we are struggling so bad with the Twins. I feel like we just have no offense. Game 6, if we lose, we're done, and we do lose, eliminated by the Twins. You hate to see that. Looking at it, we didn't play awful. Stanton, wow, 139 out of 36 at bats. Our catcher just ate butt. I don't know why he's even on this roster, honestly. Clint Frazier didn't do too bad. So they ultimately didn't do awful. I needed more. I needed better, really, is what I needed. It also stinks that Garrett Cole pitched 3 games, only threw 13 innings, and gave up 9 earned runs. That's really bad. Clevenger did not do good either. So both of our aces in this pitching rotation didn't do anything for us. So not happy about that, but we're going to sim to the offseason and see if there's some free agents we want to sign. I know we're a little tight on the cash right now. We just signed a bunch of guys to long extensions, so we'll have to see where we're at as far as the money goes, see if there's any trades we need to make to kind of open up some cash flow or what we will do in the offseason. But let's go ahead and sim it. Dodgers, Minnesota. The Dodgers obviously beat the Twins. Doesn't seem to have any problems there with beating them. So let's go ahead and get to the offseason, and I will catch you guys in. Free agency is upon us, and let's take a look at who we got for the free agency. And honestly, a shortstop is what we need, and so it's going to be trying to find that exact shortstop that we want on our team. I really like the way Corey Seager plays and his batting average and all that good stuff. So definitely a guy we're going to look after for our team. And just kind of looking at what we got here, I feel very comfortable with what we have. I just think we kind of ran into bad luck with our starting pitching kind of being a problem there in the playoffs. I believe we have about $30 million to kind of spend on someone. So let's take a look. They're offering 124 over 4. We'll see. Oh, okay, so they are offering the full 31 million Corey Seager, and the reason why is because the dude's hitting 313 for him. Maybe we go elsewhere and see if we can find another place to get a shortstop, because like Correa, they're not offering that much for Correa. Same thing with Baez. They're not offering that much for Baez. Maybe Baez is who we go after as well. Freddie Freeman, I think he stays. I think he stays on the Braves. I don't think we should spend that type of money on a first baseman when we need a shortstop for sure. The starting pitching, I think we'll address once the season starts again. So let's just go ahead and try to get a couple of guys kind of help us. Maybe a couple guys from the bullpen, but for sure a shortstop, and then we'll see what we can do with the rest of the money. So Freddie Freeman actually going to the Blue Jays, them giving him about $20 million a year for 5 years. Interesting that he leaves Atlanta to go to the Blue Jays. We'll see if we get the guys we want. Kirby Yates, got him for $7 million over 3 years, and Javi Baez has accepted the Giants' offer of $105.6 million over 6 years, which really stinks, because I gave him 120 million over 6 years, and he decided that he wanted to go to the Giants. So again, we are struggling at shortstop. Where are we going to find a shortstop guy that we like and that we can deal with? How much is what? We'll see if we can get Correa and then possibly trade him or Baez in the season. So we were able to get Carlos Correa finally after giving him 24 million, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out and trade for Javi Baez and get him on our team, because I'm upset that we offered him 20 million more in total and he didn't take it. He left us. I'm not happy about it, but we will be getting him on our team if it's the last thing I do. Giants, you can't have him. He's mine. I paid more for him. I get him. Ha. And you paid him for a pretty good salary. I enjoyed that. Thank you for doing the salary the right way. Go ahead, make that trade, and boom, we got Javi Baez instead. All right, so we were able to make this trade happen. We're gonna give away the catcher that's driving me nuts and get him out of here. We're also going to give up a young guy in our starting rotation that's probably going to have a future with us, but I ain't going to wait for it. We're going to go ahead and get Zach Gallen. We're also adding another relief pitcher on just to make the deal happen. We're going to go ahead and get Zach Gallen on our team. I think he's going to definitely be that number 5. And he won't even be number 5. He definitely will be in the top, 4? He'll be a 4, right? Down to 4, I believe. Yeah, so, well, where is he at? Hello? Can we do stuff right here? Hello? Actually, he's our number 2 guy. So him, Clevenger, Fried, and Severino all in there. I'm excited with what we have, I think. Oh, I love being loaded like this. This makes me really happy to see. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. And then we'll go ahead and just sim to the regular season, see what our lineup looks like, and see if we need to make some trades. All right, we are to the regular season, and I'm excited about what we have. I'm excited to see what we could do this year. I think this year we definitely have I wouldn't say easy thing going, but I feel like we are definitely the favorites to win it this year. Looking at the lineup: Sterling Marte, LeMahieu, Torres, Judge, Voit, Stanton, Baez, Urshela, and Gary Sanchez. So all 80s and above. We also got Clint Frazier there to do some DH for us if he needs to. And so, yeah, I think we're excited there. The pitching rotation, again, one of the best. I feel like I say that every single time that I do one of these. I feel like I have the best pitching rotation, but I feel like I do. And I feel like Cole, Gallen, Clevenger, Fried, Severino, it's hard to beat those 5. And hopefully they could show up in the playoffs, because that's what happened last year. We had a really good team. They just weren't able to show up in the playoffs and get the job done. So hopefully they could do that this year. And we're going to go ahead and just sim all the way to we're going to sim all the way up to the All-Star game and see how we're doing then, see what our record is, see if there's any injuries, or see if there's anything we need to take care of. So we are at the All-Star break, and again, I feel like we should have been above 60 wins already in the season. However, kind of struggling coming into the All-Star break, so maybe it's a good thing that we're getting a little bit of break here to kind of refocus and finish off the second half of the season. Let's take a look at the lineup, see how they're doing. Marte 261's not good. Glebe at 249's not good. So yeah, they actually look like they're struggling hitting, and that's not something you want to see from a high potent offense like this. It has a bunch of 80s everywhere. 80s and 90s everywhere. To see that no one's really hitting above 3 is not good to see. The home runs, I mean, they're there, I guess. There's 4 above 20. Baez is actually playing the best, so it's a good thing we went ahead and traded for him. I'm sure our pitching rotation's fine. Garrett Cole 327, 196. That's really good. 196. Strikeouts aren't there, but pretty good. 2 last guys seem to struggle no matter what. Bullpen's good besides this guy. Let's do that. Let's just go ahead into the trade deadline and see at that point if there's somebody that's really struggling. See if we can move on from them and possibly get someone to fill their spot that that can hit for us. So we're at trade deadline, and yeah, we ended up winning like every single game after I said that. I really don't know, because 242 is not bad, especially after last year where he did 297. He might just be going through a rough patch. The 196 from Sanchez, I mean, we can kind of expect that, right? Like he kind of just hits home runs or nothing. Maybe we do go to a different catcher. It's hard for me to move on from a person like Gary Sanchez when he hits for power. But yeah, if he's not doing anything, maybe, you know what? Screw it. We're trading. I was mad last year that they didn't play him. Maybe this is why they didn't play him, because he's a complete trash can, hitting for average. So let's go out and see if we can find someone that can actually hit for average, and see if there's somebody that wants to take over the starting role here. I think we lose a lot from this, but I feel like Real Muto should be the best catcher you could possibly get. So we're gonna go ahead and make this trade. I know we gave him kind of quite a bit for him. Basically just a contract there with Justin Wilson. Giving up Zach Britton is a big deal, just because we're giving him up because he's got that $13 million contract, but he's actually played pretty well for us, and kind of someone we're gonna miss in that bullpen. And that could come back to haunt us. However, I feel like we got to move on for Gary Sanchez. The below the Mendoza line from a catcher is not good, no matter how many home runs he hits, and he's not even hitting that many home runs. So I think it's time to move on from him, and we'll go out and get JT Real Muto. Hopefully he could do the job we need to get done for him, and then we might actually go out and try to see if we can get some relief pitching as well, since we just gave up our relief pitcher. Maybe we go out and try to get some good relief pitchers, that give up Talion, someone that's not really starting anymore. See if we can get some relief pitchers for them. So as I say that, we kind of found a trade that I like with the Phillies, Alvarado and Archie Bradley. Both guys who are good. 3.08 ERA, the 5.04 ERA is high, but I'm not worried about it, and I think we go ahead and make this trade with the Phillies. We just traded with them, and we're going to give up our starting pitchers in Talion and Montgomery, and then also give up Tyler Wade, who has a $1.3 million contract, 27 years of age. Probably won't be starting anytime soon for us. So go ahead and make this trade. Make sure our bullpen is taken care of, and I think we're ready to go ahead and sim all the way up till the playoffs. So, you know, hopefully we're gonna make the playoffs. I'm sure we will. I'm hoping for that #1 seed again, so that way we kind of have the bye. We don't have to worry about a playing game or anything like that. And then hopefully this time we could take care of business. The season is over. We finished 104 and 58, so right around what we finished last year. And it looks like we got the #1 seed on the AL side, Oakland and the White Sox. LA and Minnesota will be the wild card game. Minnesota we lost to last year, so not looking like we want to play them. On the NL side, Cincinnati, Washington, St. Louis, and the Mets will go up against the Dodgers if they win their playing game. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup, see how we did. 260, not good from a leadoff guy. Marte's got to play better than that. 278 from Urshela, 300 for DJ LeMahieu, 282 from Judge with 40 home runs, 30 home runs at a 263 average from Torres. 38, 276, 307 and 31 home runs for Baez, so he was actually probably the best player. 31 home runs, 247 went better from him. So it just looks like we really struggled as far as hitting went. We might have an injury as well. Yeah, Garrett Cole, wow. That's good to see from our #1 guy, our #1 starter. That's good to see there. So we got Zach Gallen, our #1, 287 ERA for him, 353 from Severino, 390 from Fried, 399 from Clevenger, and 321 from Davy Garcia. As far as the bullpen goes, pretty good. A couple of guys didn't do well. Chad Green, let's take a look and see how he had 52 saves, 4 blown saves. Pretty good season from him, especially since, well, we might have got Alvarado when after he saved all those games, but 21 saves from him as well. So not bad. I'm okay with it. I feel like we're limping into the playoffs, especially with Garrett Cole being gone, but he didn't do very good last year in the playoffs, so I'm not too butthurt about him not being in the playoffs. I feel like we could still win. I feel like we still have the best team, honestly. feel like we have the best team in general. So let's just go ahead and see who we're going to be playing in the play-in game in Minnesota, the team we lost to last year. Looks like St. Louis won it out of the NL side, and they're already down 1 game to the Dodgers. Washington up 1 game to Cincinnati. Let's go ahead and start the series off. Got Gallen and Barrios, game 1, a 2-0 win there. Severino and Smeltzer, game 2, a loss. Game 3, Maeda and Fried, a loss. This could be elimination. This is elimination game. We have to win this game. Josh James, Mike Clevenger, what we pay you all the big money for, and a 2-0 win. Okay. Game 5. We got Zach Gallen, Jose Barrios. Last time these faced off, Gallen went 9 innings. Well, what did he do? Yeah, he went 9 innings. 9 innings, complete shutout, complete game shutout. 9 innings, 12 strikeouts against Minnesota. Can he do it in Game 5 and continue on in the playoffs? He can't. The Yankees have been eliminated by the Twins again in year 2. And I feel like this does happen. I feel like the teams that are so stacked that they should win every game, they lose early in the playoffs. And it's like the teams that we're okay, we did our job to get here to the playoffs, they end up actually going pretty far in the playoffs. So another losing series or a season for the Yankees, and I guess we'll have to go to season 3. I don't want to change a lot because I don't want to just kind of completely revamp this whole team. But they got to win, and they just haven't been able to do that. So it's sad to see the Twins have defeated the Dodgers. Wow, the Twins won it all. So good job to them. And yeah, I guess we'll see what we do in the offseason, what we can do, and go from there. So we are at free agents, and honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford any free agency. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to afford any of the players that I need to keep. So we're going to not really worry about free agency. There's nothing in here really crazy that I'd want anyways. I just need to kind of re-sign my guys back and move on to next year. So we're going to go ahead and just skip through this and see kind of where people go. But yeah, we're mostly just trying to get our guys back here. We're trying to get arbitration and all that stuff kind of figured out. And once we figure that out, we can move on. And then hopefully we can start the season off and get to the playoffs and hopefully win it in year 3. All right, so this is a lot, honestly, but we need the salary cap space. Yates is been good. He was really good for us last year, 1.49 ERA. However, I don't see him continuing to do this, especially since he's dropping. I think when we traded for him, he was like an 84 or something, and he's already down to an 80, and you can see how fast this stuff is dropping. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of him, and then we're also going to get rid of a center fielder that just has a big contract, not a guy that's probably going to play for us anytime soon. And we're going to go out and get Anthony Dominguez because I like that he's closing pitcher, he's B potential. I think he's going to get better, and his salary is super low, but he's doing pretty good, and so I want to get him on the team and make that trade so that we could free up some of that salary cap space so we could go ahead and get guys back that we need to get back and then move on the rest of the season. Gallo goes to, all right, we got Barrios. Nice. That's exactly what we wanted. Let's take a look at what we got here for the pitching rotation now. Barrios actually in the bullpen. Maybe we move around some guys because I feel like, no, I think we keep him. I think we keep him in there. I think he'll do a good enough job. If he doesn't, we can kind of actually move him. We signed him, however, doesn't mean that we can't use him as a trade chip moving forward. So let's go ahead and sim through all this stuff. Ken Giles going to Minnesota, our hated rivals. Let's go ahead and sim all the way up to the regular season, and we'll look at the lineups then. Regular season 3 is upon us. We're going into 2023 now to try to win it with the New York Yankees. 2 years ago, we had a chance of winning it. Lost in the second round of the playoffs against Minnesota. Last year, we lost in the second round against Minnesota again. This year, I don't want it to be a problem. This year we're taking care of business. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. See how they're doing. See if there's any changes we need to make. Starling Marte in center. Batting first, Urshela. Third base, LeMahieu, Judge, Torres, Voit, Baez, Stanton, and Real Muto. Hopefully this is good enough to turn the edge and hopefully get some good stuff out of the season. Let's take a look at pitching rotation. Again, I say this every year. I don't think we can do any better. And again, I don't think we could do any better. Garrett Cole at 95, Zach Gallen 91, 89 Severino, 89 Max Fried, and an 87 Clevenger. Not to mention an 86 Jose Barrios in the bullpen. Hopefully taking care of business there. As far as closers goes, we got Chad Green, Jose Alvarado, and James Karinchak. All of which are good. Archie Bradley, another good bullpen piece as well. So I'm excited. I think this team could easily win 120 games this season. But we'll sim up to the All-Star game, see how things are going, see if there's any injuries or anything. Last year we did lose out on the playoffs, and I think the biggest thing was Garrett Cole was injured. So hopefully we don't go into the playoffs limping like we did last year. But let's go ahead, sim to the All-Star game, and see where we're at then. I feel like every year we come limping into this break, but finished 58-31 at All-Star break. Pretty good. Close to 60 is really, really good. And obviously, I think we're shoo-in to making the playoffs. I think, again, we're the best team in MLB, but we've been that for the last couple of years, and we've got nothing to show for it. So, yeah, we're doing pretty decent. We started out 11-0 to start the season, so I guess 58-31 is not bad, but I feel like, again, it could have been better. To be honest with you, but let's take a look at the lineup, see how they're doing. 253 is not good from Marte. I just don't. Maybe okay, we're moving on from him. We're gonna try to find a better center fielder that's gonna hit better in 253. Urshela, bro, why are you killing me, Smalls? He'll get better. Okay, he'll get better. He'll be fine. 293 from LeMahieu. That's good. 299, 238 from Baez. I'm not worried about it because last year he freaking tore it up. So not worried about that. 246, not worried about Realmuto really. Frazier hopefully gets some more playing time. Actually not bad from our bench. Not bad at all. Actually like that. Let's go over to the pitching rotation, see how they're doing. Cole 293. 204 from Severino. Good night. Gallen 326, 465 from Fried, and 324 from Barrios. So it's like Barrios took over Clevenger in that starting role, which is fine. It doesn't matter to me as long as we're getting some good stuff in there. Chad Green 28-3 right now already. 2 saves for Alvarado and 2 saves for Karinchak. So not too mad about it overall. I don't think we need a center fielder because I'm sick and tired of Starling Marte. Did amazing his first year for us. He had like 296. Since then though, he just hasn't done it, and I feel like we need a better center fielder that could do better for us in the long run. So let's take a look. Verdugo would be a really good one. We'll go through, see if we can find a trade, and see if we can make this happen. So a good trade chip there, and then we're also giving up Starling Marte. We're gonna get Alex Verdugo back in return. I'm excited to see what he could do for us here. Hitting 279 right now. Hopefully he can keep that up. Let's go ahead and make that trade, and boom, we got ourselves a new center fielder, and we are ready to move on to the playoffs. So I will catch you guys back when we are at the playoffs and see how we did the rest of the season and see how big a shot we have at this World Series. Oh my gosh, this is actually the worst season we've had. 102-60. I thought this was the best team, and this has been the worst season we've had. And no. I see Minnesota again, and no. So up top we got Houston and the White Sox. Down below we got Cleveland and Minnesota. Hopefully Cleveland can beat them because I'm sick and tired of losing to Minnesota. Milwaukee and the Mets on the right side of the NL side, and San Francisco and San Diego in the playing game against the Dodgers. Imagine that. Let's take a look at how our team did the rest of the season. 288 from LeMahieu, 289 from Verdugo. Nice job, Torres. 289, 291, 300 for Voit, 251 from Baez, 299 from Stanton, 216 from Andular and JT Realmuto with a 247. So not bad. I don't see a lot of, very average home run numbers for them there, and I don't know if we had an injury there. We'll have to check here in a second. Wow, of course we have an injury that's going to play a part in the in the playoffs. However, we did kind of plan for it. We have so many good starting pitchers, it's not even funny anymore. 323 from Cole, 285 from Severino, 4 from Gallen. Hopefully we can turn that around. 264 from Jose Barrios, and a 402 from Clevenger. 209 from Garcia, so not bad there. The rest of the bullpen, not bad at all. 47 and 4 for Chad Green. Yeah, we'll take that. So let's go ahead, move on into the playoffs. Hopefully it's Cleveland and not Minnesota. And it is. Thank you. I am so sick and tired of losing to Minnesota. I do not want to see another Minnesota matchup ever again. Garrett Cole, Plesac. This is a year, guys. This is a year. It's taken us 3 years with one of the best teams on the game built already, and we've struggled to finish off in the playoffs. So let's get it done this year, okay? All right, game 1. Cole and Plesac. Let's get the dub. There we do. 10-4. Saval Severino, dub. There we go. 7-0, and finish it out with the sweep Gallen, and we do 7-3. So our offense showing up, our defense showing up, our pitching. Oh, beautiful thing, beautiful thing. All right, now we are on to the White Sox, which I'm glad the White Sox beat Houston. I struggle against Houston sometimes to beat them, and it looks like San Diego 3-0'd the Dodgers. I don't know if that's good or bad, because that's really scary that they 3-0'd the Dodgers. Game 1, Cole and Sheffield, clearly the better pitcher here, and they prevail 4-2. Severino McKay, 4-2 as well. 2-0 up, Gallen and Giolito, which is funny because Giolito is probably their best pitcher. However, he's going up against our number 3 guy in Gallen, and Gallen is just as good as Giolito. So let's get game 3 done. 1-4 loss there. All right, game 4, Barrios has not pitched yet, hasn't had to yet in the playoffs, but we got him up against Dylan Cease in game 4. 3-2 victory there. Cole finished it out against Sheffield, and he does. 2-1, and we are on to the World Series against Milwaukee. So we got San Diego 3-0ing the Dodgers, and then we got Milwaukee 4-1ing the Padres. So Milwaukee's kind of scary. So we'll see what they got. Actually, I want to take a look and see what their roster looks like, because I can almost guarantee our roster is way more stacked than theirs, which scares me because I feel like we do this every year where we have the stacked roster and still unable to win with it. So they're not bad, but again, 99 for Yelich. It's kind of surprising. 93, 92. They got Gallo. They must have picked him up. They have Alberto Mondesi. He's on the IL, so he's not even in. And so then they got 80s. Whereas looking at our roster, there's no excuse for us to ever lose another game again. 99, 96, 95, 94. It goes on and on and on and on. And so, yeah, there's no excuse for us to be losing this World Series. Year 3, New York Yankees, Milwaukee. Let's get this one started. So game 1 is going to be Garrett Cole has been pitching pretty well, but so has Brandon Woodruff. Game 1, Milwaukee, New York, World Series 2023, Year 3. Let's get it started with a 2-5 loss. Ow. Corbin Burr Severino, Game 2 loss. So not off to a good start. Offense not showing up. Looks like pitching's struggling as well. Looks like they're doing a pretty good job pitching. So Game 3, Hauser and Gallen got to get a victory here and a loss. And it looks like we're going to get swept against Milwaukee. Okay. All right. So we are on Gallen and Kluber. Let's jump into this one, see if we can get it done, and see if we can get the victory. And if we can, then we'll go on to Game 7 and hopefully win it. And what I mean by jumping into them is basically I go through and just quick manage it and see how we do, see if we can get the victory by a single. Just can't do anything with it. Not good. Not getting anything done. I feel like the Yankees are so built around power that they can't manufacture runs unless it's a home run. And a double play. A solo dinger by LeMahieu. That's what I'm saying, is I feel like all they could do, and Hayes hits a home run, so it's tied. I feel like if they can't, and a 2-run blast by Hira, okay, they're up now 3-1. Double by Judge. All right, Voigt's gonna strike out here. Oh, a single. Okay. Baez come through here big. Single. Okay. We're doing good here. Stanton. Pitching change. A walk by Stanton. All right, bases juiced for Urshela. What's our other choices here? We don't really have another choice, do we? No, we really don't. All right. So I suicide squeeze maybe. I feel like he's going to hit into a double play, and I guess double play will still get a run unless it's thrown home. Get it done, Ursula, please. Strike out. That's even worse. Real Muto. Fly out. LeMahieu. Wow. Bases juice. No outs. With this high potent of an offense, and we crap the bed. We got it. We got to change pitchers, but I don't know what to do here. Got a righty. Maybe we go righty here with Cole, and then we go lefties. We'll do that. Pitch. Fly out, and now we will go with Alvarado, the lefty. Hopefully he can get out of here. Pick off. Nice. Awesome. All right. This is the last inning. We got to make it happen here. We got to get some sort of anything here. I'm actually going to pinch hit. We're going to put in Frazier for Real Muto. I just feel like we need something. We need to get on base. We can always put this guy in at catcher if we need to. We need to get on base. We need to get on base here. Okay? Ground out. Let's see it. Fly out. And just like that, the Yankees lose in year 3. And honestly, I don't think next year is going to be good. That this is like the year that we struggle. This is the team where I feel like it's, if we didn't win it this year, it's not possible. Because we can't sign all these guys back. They want too much money. There's just no way we can sign all these guys back and have a full team like we did. We didn't win it this year, and I think that's probably not going to win it in the next couple of years, to be honest with you. We'll have to get kind of really lucky. But, hey, we'll go into it. We'll try to win it. We're going to try our best and try to win it in Season 4. So stick around, and I will catch you guys at free agency. Wow, we got some free agents. Oh, wow, do we have some free agents? So Cody Bellinger. A free agent that I would love to have on our team, but it's gonna have to offer him a lot of money. We'll see. We'll see what's going on here with the free agency. I finally made it work to where I think we can get back what we gave up. However, it looks like we got about another 13 million I could possibly spend on getting someone here, and so maybe a big sign. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what the team looks like and all that good stuff. Again, I don't know how to make this team any better or get them any better for the future. Maybe we move on from Ursula. Maybe we move on and try to get a third baseman. I don't think there's any third baseman in here. Oh, there is. Matt Chapman. That'd almost actually be perfect. Let's see if we can get Matt Chapman on our team at third base. And we'll see. We're going Devers. 100% Devers. Getting Devers or Suarez, one of them. We're going to lock them down. I'm going to move some money around with trades and see if we can open up some money for Devers and try to get him signed. All right. Oh, man. So, we needed to open up some cap space. And this Garrett Cole contract's kind of hurting here at $36 million. I feel like he's done his job. He's He's kind of going down now. It's time to move on. We're going to save about $9 million a year going with Nola. And so, yeah, we're going to go with Nola and use him for the next couple of years. He's actually better than Garrett Cole. We're also giving up Domingo Germán, another $2 million contract, and then they wanted another player, so we gave them this prospect here. And so, boom, we're going to make this trade, open up a ton of cap. And I think we might be able to make a run at center field for Cody Bellinger. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to open up some space here to try to get Cody Bellinger on our team. Snell going to the Dodgers. Cody B going to Cincinnati. Dang. Hate to see that. We got Devers. Good to see that. Good to see that. So looking at the free agency bit, I think we're good in free agency now. I think we got who we wanted. I'm happy with it. Kind of stinks we couldn't get Cody B. However, I just feel like it's not the end of the world. It really is not the end of the world there. So let's go ahead, continue through, try to get this stuff taken care of, and we'll go from there. I lied. We want Adley Rutschman. I've had it. I want him. We're getting him. Who else do we got to get up? Okay, that'll work. Go ahead. Okay. So we're getting Adley Rutschman for JT Real Muto. We're getting rid of the huge contract. I don't want to deal with that. And to be honest with you, Real Muto's hitting 262, or Rutschman's hitting 262 with 14 home runs. Real Muto hit 16 home runs and 247, so it's not really that big a drop off. I really don't think it's that big of a deal. If you really want to get into it and you're throwing a fit, the WAR is a 2.8 for Rutschman, and the WAR is a 4.0, so we're not really losing that much from Real Muto to Rutschman, except for $23 million. So get him ahead and make this trade. Happy with it. Mostly just wanting to do it so that we have the money to give the players the money that they want to keep them on our team. All right, beginning of the season, season 4. We have to win it this year. I'm getting angry that we are the best team every year and cannot even finish it off. So yeah, this is a year. Let's take a look at the lineups. LeMahieu, Alex Verdugo, Torres, Judge, Devers, Voit, Baez, Stanton, Adley Rutschman, Dominguez, and Frazier on the bench there. And then we got pitching rotation wise, Aaron Nola 95, Severino 93, Gallen 90, Max Fried 90, and Jose Barrios at an 89. Mike Clevenger there as well, if injuries happen, and then Davey Garcia as well if injuries happen. Chad Green, Archie Bradley, Jordan Hicks, Alvarado, Karinchak. We have the best team by far. There's no doubt about that. It's just about finishing it off. So let's go ahead and go to the All-Star break. We'll see what's going on, if there's anything we need to change, see how the players are doing, and then hopefully make the playoffs this year and win it. All right, we are at the All-Star break, and 58 and 31, about what we were last year, and we found out what happened at the end of the year of that. So I'm okay with where we're at. Let's take a look at the lineups. 219. Why are you at first base? What happened? Oh my goodness, we have so many injuries. It's crazy. LeMahieu and Judge are injured, so that's why everything's a little fudged up right now. Let's take a look at it anyways. 340 from Verdugo, which is really good. Baez 277, 307 from Torres, nice. 302, nice from Devers. Good to see that. 219, don't care. 242, 192 from Cliff Frazier, not good. 252, 15 home runs, 38 RBIs by Adley. What a nasty man. All right, let's go ahead and go to the playoffs, see where we're at. Hopefully this year we can take it home. Hopefully the injuries don't completely obliterate our whole season. Yeah, hopefully we can come back from these and go into the playoffs without injuries this year. End of the season, 103 and 59, so almost like last year. Around we're over 100 wins almost every year, but nothing like 120 or anything like that. So looks like we got the game again, almost the exact same thing as last year. The White Sox, LA up top, Cleveland and Minnesota in the playing game, exactly the same thing as last year. Washington, LA over on the NL side, the Mets and Milwaukee on the NL side, and then they are waiting for, St. Louis is waiting for them. So let's go ahead and see how we did to finish out the season. 296 from LeMahieu, nice. 340 from Verdugo, that's nuts. Those are crazy numbers. Good to see there. Devers 307, 39 bombs, what 18 RBIs, did exactly what we wanted them to do. 45 home runs for Torres, 300 average. They're really good actually. Besides Stanton hitting 213, which I can't be surprised with. Adley kind of slowed down. He had 15 home runs at All-Star break and finished with 18. I wonder if he got injured or something throughout the season. But we're happy with those. Take a look at the pitching rotation, see how they did. Ooh, Severino, 439, not good. Especially since he's a 95 overall. He got that good and had that bad a season. 349 from Nola, Barrios 317, 331 from Davey Garcia, and Free to 320. Clevenger 471. So our starting lineup did not do good. Jordan Hicks did not do good. Oh my goodness, we have a closer at 519. Can we get that fixed, please? All right, game one. Josh James, guy never heard of. I've heard of him. Josh James against Severino. Let's get it done. 3-2. Aaron Nola, Smeltzer, get it done. 10-0. 3-0 him. Okay. All right. Severino and Josh James again. You got to be. If we lose to Minnesota, I'm gonna lose my crap. That's what it's come down to. They can't even get out of the ALDS against Minnesota, and they do. They lost. Wow. That's beyond frustrating. That's beyond frustrating. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll try again to try to get all these guys back, but all I'm going to do is once we get to it, there's nothing else I can do. And so it's basically just them playing And so we'll probably go in there and see what we could do. I'll see you guys at the start of the season, and we'll probably just sim all the way through and see if we can win it the 5th and final year, because yeah, I don't know what else to do, and I'm out of money. I have 48 million to spend between 4 guys that we need to bring back. So we'll see what we can do, but it's not looking good. We are here for the regular season, season 5. I cannot believe it took the Yankees this long. Honestly, yeah, there's nothing really I could do without just absolutely tanking the everything. This is the best team I could field with the money I have. This is probably one of the best teams I've ever fielded. There's a few positions that could probably be better. I just don't think it's one really worth it. So yeah, this is it. This is the team. This is what we're rolling with. Pitching rotation: Severino, Nola, Barrios, Garcia, and Gallen, Clevenger in there. And then yeah, this is the best team I could field. If they don't win it with this, then it's just not meant to happen. Computer Sims hate. I don't get it, honestly, because Computer Sims love the Yankees whenever I'm any other team, but now that I am the Yankees, they just absolutely crap on everything I have. And as you can see here, like, I'm losing so much money. So yeah, this is it. This is the last ride. We made it work a little bit. We lost a couple of people that I didn't want to lose, but we had to get rid of them just to clear up enough space to get everyone that we needed. So we're gonna go ahead and just sim to the playoffs. We're gonna make it. I'm not worried about it. We'll sim all the way to the playoffs and try to win the World Series in the 5th year. Wow, 121-41, and the sad thing is, I think we went over. Let me check it out, because this is nuts, and I want to look at it again. So, won a bunch there. Okay, we lost one here at the All-Star break. So during the whole month of July, we lost 3 games. So we won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 31, 32 games in a row. We literally won 32 games in a row. I've never seen that before. We lost on the 5th and didn't lose the next month until the 13th, and that's why we win 121 games. I think it's the most I've ever won. I think is 121 games. It's absolutely crazy. Nobody even hit 100. So yeah, we should be the easy favorites, but we should have been the easy favorites the last 4 years. We weren't able to get it done. Let's get it done in season 5. Minnesota and Cleveland again, annoying. LA and the White Sox up top. Milwaukee, Dodgers, Washington, San Diego, and the Mets. So let's get it done. Let's just take care of business. I didn't look and see how we did at the end of the season. That's my bad. Wait, so this is how we did at the end of the season. 249 for Dominguez, not bad. 264 for LeMahieu, 29 bombs. 290 and 36 home run from Glaber. Glad we got him back through free agency. We could not re-sign him, however, got him back during free agency, which is funny because we actually saved I think $5 million a year by doing that. 289, 47 home runs by Baez. That's absolutely crazy. That's insane. 289 from him, 47 home runs, 34 home runs for Devers, 286, 303 and 37 home runs from Judge. Beautiful job. 270 and 26 home runs from Voit. Adley, Rutschman, got it backwards. 32 home runs, 242 from Stan. So not that upset about it, really. Not upset at all about how we did. Let's go over to the pitching rotation, see how they did. 319 from Severino, nicely done. 233 from Barrios, 368 from Nola, 324 from Garcia, 308 from Gallen, not bad. Let's go over to here. 354, 187 from Bradley. Nice to see that. Couple of zeros, which is good to see as well. Karinchak, 287, not bad. 165 by Alvarado. And 50 saves, 7 blown saves by Jordan Hicks. So, playing Minnesota, Minnesota's our Achilles heel, so let's get the job freaking done this year. The last year that we can win it, I've gone through, I don't even know how many teams now, and we've never not won it within the first 5 years. So let's get it done this year. Game 1, Severino and Waddell, don't even know who that guy's name is, get the win, 1-0. Smeltzer and Barrios, loss. Nola and Maeda, 10-4 win. Garcia, Josh James, and wow, we're gonna come down to the very last game. Waddell and Severino, just get it done, and we lost. So yeah, wow, best team I've ever made, and they can't win. I guess it's just the Yankee curse. I don't know. I don't know what else I could have done wrong. It took me almost 30 minutes to manipulate the market to where I could bring everyone back, and this team literally is like the best team I've ever put together. However, it's still not enough. We still couldn't get it done, and wow, it was a failure. Our first failure. It's just crazy. The first failure for us, and it could not happen at a worse time. Padres defeated the Angels in the 2025 World Series, so we are not able to get this one done, and this is our first failure. And it's so weird that it happened with one of the best teams on the game, with the Yankees. They just could not do anything in the playoffs. They just couldn't win big games. Sucks, but yeah, it's a failure. So the next week we are going to be doing the Toronto Blue Jays, so we're going to rebuild them and hopefully get that coveted World Series that we were not able to get with the New York Yankees. I'm hoping Toronto can get it done, and hopefully we can win it with them. If you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, feel free to hit that red subscribe button. Comment down below if you're a Yankees fan, and let me know how many of you are out there and what you guys thought of this episode. Till next time, Slacker out.